Hajee Sahab was a Khalifa opposite Sheikh Zakaria Sahab Rahmatullah Ali. So Hajee Sahab mentioned this incident, that there was a youngster from Lenasia who dreamt Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now we know that if a person has to dream Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then that dream is 100% correct. Because shaitan cannot take the form of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not to say that we prove our deen from dreams. But there is a hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that towards the end of time, as we come closer to Qiyamah, then believers will have very true dreams. And when these dreams are actually a reminder of what is found in the Quran Sharif and the Hadith Sharif, then it is actually like a reminder from Allah Ta'ala and Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Out of mercy for the Ummat, Allah Ta'ala sometimes allows certain people to see these dreams. These dreams then become known by the Ummah, and it is for us to then take heed. So this youngster dreamt Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him that there are three gunas, three sins that have become very widespread, and these three sins are causing the destruction of the Ummat. These three gunas, they are the cause of the destruction of the Ummat. And then Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam went on to enumerate these three sins. So the first thing Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned is the free mixing of strange men and women. Strange men and women, free mixing. Now this has become the order of the day in the society that we are living in. So this is why I mentioned in the beginning that what is wrong in light of Quran Sharif and Hadith Sharif. Because at the end of the day, that is what we have to follow. Not what community regards as right and wrong. So this free mixing of men and women, this has become so commonplace that even in the environments where we have the authority, I am talking about our own homes. In our own homes, where we have the authority to do things according to Quran Sharif, according to Hadith Sharif, there too this aspect of free mingling is neglected. To such an extent that when it is highlighted and it is spoken about, then unfortunately we Muslims, forget the non-Muslims, we Muslims will say, but this is nothing to be worried about. Wa na'udhu billah. In our own family gatherings, sometimes in many homes, the brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, cousins, male cousins, female cousins, etc., how much of free mixing is taking place? Then you look at the marketplace, then you look at markets that are marketed by Muslims. Whether it's fairs, whether it's souks, whatever you want to call it. Which Muslim organization that is arranging this kind of souk or market keep Shariah in mind? The first thing for a believer is to keep our deen in front of us. But when we have lost our moral compass, and the only thing that's important to us now is either love for wealth or love for fame, then the Shariat and the Sunnat is thrown out the window. We just need to attract the numbers and make the money and get the fame. So this free mixing, intermingling has led to a lot of gunas, a lot of problems, lot of fitnas. So this was the first thing that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, that this intermingling, free intermingling. The second thing Huzur Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is the television. Today hardly people are watching television. A friend of mine, he is putting up some accommodation, not here in Pietermaritzburg, so I'm not marketing for him, in some other place, another province. So I told him, I said, don't put television inside. Why must you get guna for somebody else's actions? You're going to put television just to get one star on your accommodation, that you got this facility and you're offering that and this and whatever. But those people, so many people are going to book in there, they're going to watch the television, you're going to get the guna. And I told him, I said, today people are not even watching television, they got the television in their pocket. He told me an ajib thing. He said, Maulana, they take the phone, they connect it to the TV. They want a bigger screen. So they take their phone, they connect it to the TV, and then they watch it on the TV. I said, no, first time I'm hearing that. But anyway, with regards to this television, Hajee Nakooda Sahib, Rahmatullah Ali, he mentions, going back to the time in Saudi when there was no TV. There was no television in Saudi Arabia. Now you go every hotel room so close to the Kaaba Sharif, there is television, sometimes more than one also. But there was a time when there was no television there. So at that time when they were residing in Madinah Munawwarah, his daughter had a dream that there's some very evil looking people, tall evil looking people entering every home in Madinah Munawwarah. And not long after that, television was introduced. And the ta'bir, the interpretation of the dream was, this was a warning towards this television that is coming in. In Sham, in Syria, a person had a dream before television came into Syria. A person had a dream that the Yahud, the Jews, they are entering every home in Sham. And shortly after that, television was introduced. The evil of television, we don't have to even speak about it. Everybody knows. It has taken away the haya from people's lives. And today, unfortunately, parents, young parents, number one, they don't want the help of the old people. The young daughter-in-laws and all that, they say, no, don't touch the child, I'll look after you. The granny mustn't touch the child. So one side they don't want support, but when the child is crying, then what they do, give the tablet. Not the medical tablet, the other one. Or the apple, not the food one, the other one. So they give it to the child. As soon as you put that in the child's hand, the child is quiet. The child is quiet, the child is occupied. Kuffar are writing documentaries, writing articles and doing documentaries on how children are becoming violent when you take it away from them. How this is messing up the mind. These games, these movies. Today, when we were in school, they had a remedial class. A remedial class was for a child that was weak. So 2-3 children used to be in a remedial class. They used to go for extra tuition. Today, every child is going for tuition. And every other child is ADHD. What is this ADHD? From small, that child is so used to looking at the screen. Things are moving so fast, so many colors. The child's brain is so occupied that now when you take the child and make the child sit in the classroom, he can't manage. This thing is going too slow. This teacher is too slow. That board is too black or too green. There's only one color there. There's not so many things moving, so many things happening. That child is so sharp, can do so many things at one time. So many screens open, so many things. Now you take him and make him look at a blackboard. Even if it's green in color, you call it a blackboard. So he can't take it. So he starts getting irritable. He starts messing around, playing around. He's disrupting the class. So today you can't give one to. So they say now, ADHD, give him some drugs and make him zombie-like. The one of the main causes is this, the screen time. And that's become the easiest thing to do. Just give them the screen, they'll keep quiet. And the third thing Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam told that young man is music. Music. This music we know Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that al-ghina'u yumbitun nifaqa fil qalb. This music, this creates hypocrisy in the heart. So these three gunas were highlighted in that youngster's dream. And all these warnings come to us in the Quran Sharif and in the Hadith Sharif.